night versus the Patriots, we got exactly what we were looking for. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Cake Dig back here, and I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. You know, today the Eagles are off after the game last night with the Patriots, and I just wanted to come on here really quick and just give you a few of my thoughts about what we saw last night, about what is going on with this team and where we're at, because I haven't had a chance to watch it over yet again, which I will be watching it probably several times this week. But in my first initial watch of this game, as we watched it live, to me, I thought there were a lot of positive signs that came out of this game. You can start with individual performances. Can somebody tell me that Jeremiah Trotter isn't ready to start in this league? The guy is a bona fide starter. Looks like he has Pro Bowl potential. What a great draft pick. I'm glad they listened to me when I said take Jeremiah Trotter Jr. But Jeremiah Trotter Jr. looks like a good player. And I thought his sack last night just was perfectly represented what he stands for, what he is. He is a very instinctive, smart player. And if you watch that sack, he timed that snap perfectly. He knew when they were going to snap the ball, and he jumped it. I mean, there was no chance for the quarterback on that play. Trotter's got 2 sacks in 2 games. He looks really good. I don't know how you're going to keep him off the field this year. I don't think you're going to. I think he's going to have to play in with Bond, play in with Campbell. You're going to have to rotate him in. He's just that good. So I was very proud of Jeremiah Trotter. Some other guys that stood out, and I'm going to flip around between the offense and defense. But Darius Cooper. Let's talk about Darius Cooper for a second, because Darius Cooper, in my opinion, is a lock to make this team, okay? And I believe he will make this team. But I thought during the first week of preseason, he had the opportunity to really move up the depth charts. And I think he didn't have a great game. He dropped a couple balls. And then the next week at practice, all of a sudden, he wasn't getting as many of the first team. He wasn't working in as much with the first team as he had the week prior. But yesterday, Darius Cooper showed you what he can do. I thought he was the best receiver on the field for the Eagles, and I thought he was really good. I thought he had a huge comeback game versus the Patriots. He is a good player, and I think he could actually be a really good slot receiver as well. So I was very happy with Darius Cooper, and that should really solidify him making this team. And I don't know who the odd man out is going to be at the wide receiver position. Like, are you going to go with 5 receivers? So you have Devontae Smith, you have Mekhi Lemon, you have Wicks, you have Hollywood Brown, I'm assuming, and then you have what? Darius Cooper, 5? Or is Elijah Moore on the in and Hollywood Brown on the out? See, the thing is you kind of can get a feel by the way the Eagles play guys and don't play guys. Hollywood Brown didn't really play yesterday. So that tells me he's higher up the depth chart than we think. So they're either going to keep 5 or they're going to either keep 6, or Elijah Moore may be the guy out, because you cannot get rid of Darius Cooper. Not a homegrown kid that you drafted like that. You just can't do it, okay? And one thing that you can do, though, is you can check this out. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports pick app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. Plus, it is really simple to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats, lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or, if you're like me, you can check out the new team pick section, where you can pick on team winning, different spreads, all sorts of different things. Plus, Prize Pick is available in almost all 50 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Now, today, for me, we are going to operate in that team picks area, and we are going to take one of the easy questions that they offer in the team pick section. That is stage of elimination for the Dallas Cowboys. I am choosing the Dallas Cowboys to be eliminated after the regular season. That's right. No playoffs for the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is easy guarantee. That's why I'm locking it in. The Cowboys to not make the playoffs. It is, I think, a surefire bet. Now, if you like this or you want to do something similar or different, maybe you want to get back at me, go check out the Prize Pick app in the description. Download it, use promo code HMA when you sign up, and play your first $5. And if your $5 lineup hits, you get $150 in lineup credits. Play your first $5 lineup and get $150 in lineup credits. That's an insane new offer for new users. They just dropped it, but you got to use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Get $150 in lineup credits on your first $5 lineup if you win. Check it out, and shout out to Prize Picks. And shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. We appreciate it so very, very much. And, you know, like I said, Darius Cooper, I thought he had a great bounce-back game. And I'm not saying he had a horrible, horrible game in the first game, but he dropped a couple balls that would have been third down conversions that you just can't drop, especially when you're trying to move up the depth chart. So I liked what I saw from Darius Cooper. It was a bounce-back game, and it does matter. It really does. There was a lot of guys that I was really happy with. Let's talk about Ty Robinson, the Vanilla Gorilla. I mean, dude was a beast out there. Dude was a beast, and you can see the jump from year one to year two. He's a player. He's going to be a player as well. And that's, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how they work all these guys into their depth chart, into the lineup, because you've got multiple defensive tackles that can play. Of course, you got Carter, Davis, Ojomo, they're mainstays. But man, you got other guys, I think like Gabe Hall and stuff. Like, you got guys that can play. So I don't know if they'll move somebody, but Ty Robinson to me showed that he should be the fourth defensive tackle on this team, and I really liked what he did. I think he had 2 sacks. He's got 3 in preseason. He's a player, and let me say, for those who always say, especially Cowboy fans, oh, you're saying this guy's the best in the world. No, I'm talking about the player in context to where he is on the team, depth chart wise, trying to make the team, taking a jump from the year prior based on his performance. Okay, so you got to keep it in context. But no, he was good. You know, there was a lot of guys in this game that I thought were great. I thought CARSON, STEELE, the running back. You know, he looked great, and he didn't do a lot of damage. I think he had 12 carries for 33 yards. So he only averaged 2.8 yards a carry. But in the passing game, he had 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. And we're going to talk about that passing game in a second. But I thought he was pretty good. You know, Joshua Wiru, the kid that's trying to make the team, he had a sack. He definitely has a lot of upside. So much talk about Bernard. We forget about Joshua, and he has got a lot of talent. I think you got to keep both those guys on the roster this year to let them develop. So I was really happy with a lot of guys, and I'm sure there are guys I'm missing out there. But, you know, the other thing I want to talk about is the offense. Okay, because we're running a vanilla, I would say a vanilla, sugar-free vanilla offense. Okay, we are not showing anything. Okay, everything is basic. But in those basic, in that basic offense that we saw yesterday, that basic offense, it was better than anything Kevin Patullo ever put out there. How many times, I mean, especially for you guys that are with me during the streams, how many times do we talk in game? Like, they never have any hot receivers. They never have anything to pick up the blitz. They never throw to the running back out of the backfield. If they do a wide receiver screen, it takes an hour to develop. I mean, you saw them go to the running back, utilize the short passing game, and do it efficiently, do it good, and it was basic. I mean that touchdown pass to STEELE was basic. It was something that was there every week last year for the Eagles that Kevin Patullo did not do. The simple, here comes the blitz, running back out backfield, boom, hit him, nobody's around. They could have run that every week last year, and they never did. And people blamed Jalen Hurts for that. It wasn't Jalen Hurts. It was the offensive coordinator. It was the offensive coordinator. Just look at the Miami preseason game, and you'll see what I mean. But I thought the offense looks like it's going to be a lot better. And you can't judge the whole scheme and everything like that. But the few things that they're considering basic concepts that they're doing, like a quick wide receiver screen or throwing to the running back out of the backfield, these are things that they could have done last year that they didn't. And to see that they're doing it in a game like this, I can't wait to see the full-fledged offense go at it. This is going to be a good team because this team is really, really good. I'm telling you, I think people are asleep on the Eagles so bad, it's not even funny. This is a really good team because they're really deep defensively, and they look like they've got a competent offensive coordinator. I truly believe come December, come January, we're going to be talking how the hell do we keep Sean Mannion. I really do. But overall, I like what I saw from the Eagles offense and the defense for the most part. The only thing that I really have to complain about are a couple things. One, I thought the quarterback play sucked. I did. I didn't like the quarterback play. Not so much Tanner. Tanner was like, all right. I think Tanner got better as the game went on. He was 16 of 22, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 125.8 quarterback rating. But most of those were short passes. They didn't push anything down the field. Andy Dalton was horrible. 3 of 10 for 44 yards. He couldn't hit anybody. I mean, the first drive, 2 drives of the game, he had guys wide open. Everybody talks about Stowers. Stowers was down the field, wide open, 25 yards, and he overthrew him. So I didn't think he was good, and I do worry about the backup quarterback spot. But besides that, I liked it. And the other thing is I think the return game is bad. Britton Covey fumbled a punt. Luckily, he got it back. But, it's like catch the ball, Britton Covey, 1, 2, 3, tackled, and maybe he gets 4-yard return. I would like a more dynamic return game in the kick returns and punt returns. But we'll see if that could ever happen. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy your day. We'll be back at it tomorrow. And take care. I'll talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. All right, so I'm going to tell you something you may not know about Philly 500, for those that care. I am going to be watching the second episode of Lanterns tonight. I'm actually excited about it, okay? For those that don't know, growing up, as a kid, I would consider myself more of a DC comic guy, and my favorite superhero always was Green Lantern. And it was Green Lantern because the Eagles were green, yes, it's true, and because he could kill Superman. At least that's what I believed when we were younger, but I always loved Green Lantern. And then the movie came out that was just horrendous. And then it was so bad I didn't even want to think about Green Lantern anymore. I thought it was horrible. They totally ruined it for me. But I'm hoping that Lanterns will bring Green Lantern back. That's what I'm hoping. And the first episode I thought was okay. I think this show could be better. There's things they could have done better on the get-go. But it could have been a lot worse too. And it's kind of like after the first episode, it could go either way. It could be, it wouldn't surprise me if it's really good, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's really bad. But I'm hoping it'll be good, and I can't wait to watch. And oh, by the way, it looks like James Gunn is out. Good, because so far his DCEU stinks. Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.